But the credit, I think, for Cal, right? When you have a bunch of these guys, it's not like that team has been together for 3 years. It's not like that group when they were 11-7 and 0-5 in the SEC. It's not like a team where the culture had been established over the course of multiple seasons and everybody knew each other and everybody's best friends and everyone's been there since they were freshmen and you got that core identity. It's a bunch of guys that brought in for the season. Now, some of them came with Cal from Kentucky. Some of them recruits that were committed to Kentucky with Cal. But the fact that he was able to keep them together is something. The stuff about he's not an X's and O's coach, the issues with this, like a lot of that stuff is deserved with Cal. But the ability to get talent to buy in and to not quit and to keep fighting is something that I think is really, really important when you're building a program and building a roster and building a team. And I don't know if there's many guys better than him at that part of coaching.
Who?
Am I answering that question? No.
It wasn't really.
It was thrown to you.
You're right.
Yeah.
Again, that was Chinese
he's done a hell of a
propaganda.
job getting him in this position to where they could get in the tournament. They flipped it around when everybody thought they were dead.
Yeah.
And he is a master at that. That's the best thing about John Calipari to me is he is able to kind of push the right buttons with different players. And while part of it was his fault with only having 9 scholarship guys, they were down. They were down to 7 dudes. Yeah. And what he's been able to do with that as well and figure it out, and it helped in a way because those 7 dudes knew they were going to play. But, I mean, he's lost probably his most impactful player in Adu Thiero. Like, that was his best player until he went down a couple weeks ago. And, yeah, you got to give him a ton of credit for what he's done, and I think he needed it. I think he needed it, too, after these last few years of struggling in the NCAA tournament. If he had another – and this one wasn't the same, obviously, because – they weren't going in as the heavy favorite as he had been, against Oakland and St. Peter's. But he needed this one, I think, just to probably feel good about himself a little bit, and for Arkansas fans to feel good about the hire. Because for a while, for 3/4 of the year, they're thinking, they are. Did we hire the right dude? Is he watched?
Yeah. Is there a coach in college basketball over the last 15, 20 years that has more swagger than John Calipari? Like when he walks into the room.
Rick Pitino.
Yeah, Pitino.
Rick Pitino.
But it's the two of them.
The Sidler.
But I'm saying, like, when he walks into a gym,
Penny got
when
swag.
he walks into the –
He does.
I like Penny. But I'm saying when this guy walks into a gym, when he walks into the Peach Jam, when he walks
everybody
into –
knows.
Everybody knows he's in.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. And to Jeff's point, like this is big. Like winning a game of the tournament. This is the reason that Kentucky fans were disappointed because they weren't winning in the NCAA tournament. He just won a game. Everyone was destroying him when he was 0-5 in the SEC.
Yeah,
destroying him.
Yes,
and
destroying him
at that point because he had maybe the biggest payroll in the entire country. And I know he's got different dudes, and I know he was shorthanded. But a lot of that was, your own doing as well, right? A lot of that was, again, what you've done. So,
look, the criticism was deserved, right? The criticism was 100% deserved. But the credit now should also be given for being able to right the ship and get them to where they are.
Agree.
Now, on the overall, if you go back to the preseason and you say this team that you had, you end up as a 10 seed and win a game in the tournament and lose in the second round. Is that a successful season? No one is going to say yes. But if you go back to January 3rd or whatever it was when they were 0-5 in the SEC, and you say, if you guys get to the dance and win a game, is that a successful season? Every single person will say yes.
Well,
so it's different context.
And I think we need to do a better job of like preseason polling, especially in the era of transfer portal. Like it's not as valuable as it used to be, because it's so much guesswork now. So I think and I get it, like it's our business, we're in the business of guesswork.
You got to do it.
But I just also feel like, that's what I was kind of talking about earlier, like who you are from the middle of February to the middle of March, that's who you are. Whatever, and that's whether you were good in November, December, or whether you were bad, like who you are at the end of the season is who you are, truly. And I think Arkansas is kind of showing you that they are far better than what they showed in the early goings. They were young team, trying to acclimate everybody, and now that they've done that and they got a little bit healthier, Jeff Goodman can't stop raving.
No, I mean, I just think you got to give credit where credit is due.
We have to.
And again, you still beat Kansas. It's not the Kansas team that we thought they were going to be.
You were 5.5
But
underdogs.
you beat Bill Self, who we still say is one of the best coaches in the country right now.
Yeah.
When was the last time we lost a first-round game, Jeff?
Oh, it's been forever. 15 years probably.
I think it's – didn't you just send it? Hold on.
Yeah, what's it?
They should have lost to Sanford last year.
You just sent it.
Lucky ball almost caught him.
2006.
2006.
See?
17 straight wins.
So you could say it's not the Kansas of old, but it still is Bill Self.
I think for Bill Self, he was ready for this to be over.
Oh,